because this is some primo stuff right here.
This is what you came for, guys. This is what you came for. And we have it in winners finals.
Oh, are they straight in already?
Yep.
Yeah, okay, so Armada in the red, as we're always used to seeing him. Leffen in the white, for those who don't know. And it's Armada who got the first punish, but he whiffs, keeps the shield pressure on. Can Leffen answer back? Ooh. No, it's Armada who's continuing this combo here. Got Leffen at the side of the stage, but it's beautiful ledge dash turnaround up tilt. Flips the situation on its head and allows Leffen to take control of the game, if only briefly.
Dude, with the two of these, seeing the Fox Dittos, we've seen them for years now, right?
Yeah.
You never know who ends up winning. There might be like somebody outplaying the other one in neutral all the time, but then there's moments like this, you know? Amazing Fox Dittos, but also very confusing for me. very confusing for me to evaluate who is the better player today because
it's impossible.
Ooh, gets him with the reverse, with the we call it the Ronaldinho, I guess.
Yeah.
Now that we're in Sweden, we call it the Zlatan.
I don't know anything about football, so I call it Ronaldinho.
It's Zlatan Ibrahimovic, the best Swedish football player of all time.
Ooh, big up tilt, catching out Leffen's full hop, and it's going to cost him big time. That side B to the ledge is a blessing and a curse in these games because, you know, it can feel like the safest place to go because they don't want to commit to covering it, but the one time that they do, you die straight away. Doesn't matter if you're at 0 or if you're at 300%.
Exactly.
You will die from that.
Because when somebody's holding the ledge, then he's holding the ledge. Other than, for example, in Smash 4, where you cannot snap the ledge. Where you can snap the ledge when somebody else is on it. In this game, it's not possible.
No, you're holding on to that. It is yours unless they hit you off it. But, you know, a lot of people get to the ledge and then use their invincibility from doing, say, a roll to make sure they're still occupying the ledge. Their opponent can't get onto it, but also making themselves invulnerable so they won't get hit by the up B of their opponent.
It's a very weird property of the game that it looks like you're still occupying the ledge while you're rolling on the stage. You know, I was very confused when I learned about this the first time. I was like,
but
how?
Very central to Melee's development, though.
Yeah.
Honestly. Looking at this game, Armada's a slight deficit here. And it looks like Leffen's trying to turn that into not so slight one.
And see, Armada had like a full stock lead at one point in the game, and now, you know.
These guys are so precise with their movement. They're just in and out. Oh, spot dodge coming up big for Armada there, and he pulls the short one from Leffen. That was so smart.
Yep.
And you know, Leffen had only done that once this game, but he's already decided to adapt to it, you know.
That's true.
I'm not sure how you can pick up a habit from one data point, but
I'm pretty sure at one point, at some points, like we want to think that this is adaptation, or it's just a read.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah, it is. It's like
he just goes for a gamble, and he goes for a gamble twice in a row, and he hits it twice, so we think he knows what he's doing, you know. But it's still just a 50-50. He's flipping a coin every time.
Yeah, or flipping a coin kind of has the connotations of luck. It's more that he's playing the odds, you know. He sees it seems more likely there's this. He's not certain. He hasn't got a read per se, but this seems based on, you know, what I know he's done before, what is the highest reward for him, you know, what is evaluating all of these factors to decide what he thinks his opponent's going to do and then hedge his bets appropriately.
Yeah.
Because I think that's where the true beauty of Melee comes out, especially in the neutral game, but also in the punish game to a certain extent. When it stops being, you just do the execution. This is a guaranteed combo. You cover every single option.
Yeah.
These players are great at those. You know, they're great at the times where you can cover every option.
Yep.
But when the real in-depth thinking and outplaying comes into play, is when you can't do that, and you have to make an educated guess.
Exactly. And this is beautiful, especially in the neutral game.
Yeah. That's where you see it the most, and that's why when you see players like this play in the neutral game, it's truly amazing because there just aren't people who are working to the same caliber, at the same speed, at the same pace.
Yep.
And
called him out on dropping low there, Armada.
Truly wonderful to see two gods at work like this.
Leffen dipped a little too low in that very first stock, trying to recover at not too high of percent, and Armada taking the lead, making it more substantial. But we saw this very situation in the first game, and Leffen still managed to take it.
Yeah.
Because, dude, these guys have such back and forth games and sets. I can't even, you know, at this point, Leffen almost down 2 stocks, right?
Yeah.
He could win the game with those 3 stocks remaining. I
Most
wouldn't be surprised at all.
Certainly. Good. And that's like as well with when you get to players of this caliber, like we speak in the slower matchups about how you can't make comebacks. Because you can't just take more risks, it doesn't really work for you.
Yep.
In these matchups, you can take more risks and it will work, but sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
You know, sometimes you see someone get a 2-stock lead and then suddenly big comeback. Sometimes you see someone get a 2-stock lead and then they just 4-stock them. You know?
Yeah, exactly.
And that doesn't mean like they're so much better than their opponent. It's just the nature of these games. You have to take the risks if you want to win.
Especially in spacey matchups like Fox Dittos, Fox Falco, Falco Dittos. Yeah,
Yes.
you have to take the risks. Yeah.
Yeah.
And Armada.
Great platform coverage there. Picks up the up air, juggling Leffen.
Armada in this game looking consistently great. This game too, having Leffen like always being one step ahead of Leffen.
Yeah.
There was this one situation where Leffen tried to bait Armada while shield pressuring him into, like when Leffen double jumped, tried to bait Armada into doing something dumb out of shield. Armada retaliated immediately, catching him off guard with a full jump nair and continuing into a charged up smash.
Yeah.
So it seems like Armada took the lesson he learned in game 1 by heart and is always one step ahead of Leffen.
Yes.
So now Leffen's really got to out-punish Armada, you know?
Yeah, he really does, but this is opportunity, you know. If he can make something of this corner pressure he has, then he can even this up in the stocks. Oh, shine up smash, not quite killing.
Yeah, looking a little bit too fancy for my Leffen, you know?
Yeah. Oh, big combo here from Armada. Gets a little dash tag, forcing a tech trap there.
Combo break, neutral air there off stage by Leffen. These are the type of things that, you know, switch them, like can turn around the momentum immediately. Yeah. Ooh, that was unfortunate by Leffen, not recognizing that Armada was drifting a little bit backwards from the little momentum he could still have from the up B. And now it's even stocks, but Leffen is basically one hit away from dying.
Yeah, he again needs to find something into a grab here, but nope, it's Armada who gets the grab, and
it's 1-1.
Yeah. It's crazy because we're seeing such tense gameplay, but these players still seem quite at ease. You know, it just shows how many times they've been in this situation and how used they are to playing each other and just dealing with tournament pressure in general.
Armada looks a little too comfortable for my taste right now, leaning all the way back. I think Leffen always looks a little tense, you know?
Yes.
Especially when it comes to those top 8s, where he really has opponents that could potentially beat him. He looks very, very tense. While Armada, I don't know, he apparently is more of a chill guy, though he's also quite tense, so to speak. I think there's players like, I don't know, like Swedish Delight. You always see him smile, you know?
So I think this first stock is going to set the pace for the whole of this game, let you know what you got in store. A lot of chain grabs and a lot of very, very big punishes.
Yep.
Ooh.
Oh my god! Reacting to his own mistake. This is something that that Ice started doing like a few years back, like when we were still playing regular. I was like, man, this is amazing. He's like, yeah, I got that from Silent Wolf. I watched his stream, Silent Wolf practices, you know? I was like, what the hell?
That's the SD cancel we call
that.
Yeah,
exactly, the SD cancel.
So yeah, Leffen down 60%, but you know, well, now he's off stage, he's not, it's definitely looking a bit rough for him. But the percent, because of the really crazy punishes, percent matters a bit less on this stage than it does in the other ones, I would say.
Definitely.
But you know,
do you remember I think it was Apex 2012, where Javi had this insane run.
Yes.
The Mexican player, Javi. He
big
actually played
Leffen. Big
Leffen.
F-tilt into shine there from Leffen. Sorry to interrupt you, but that was nuts, you know.
No, dude, don't worry to interrupt me with something like this.
Has Armada got one of his own?
Yes,
yeah. It looks like...
Oh my lord! And Leffen even got the reach jump, and now he's back onto the stage. Oh my goodness!
These guys are pushing the metagame forward ahead, right
definitely.
in front of us here. That air dodge, I thought, there's no way Armada's going to cover this, but he was ready for it. And then despite all of that...
They played on the left side of the stage, off stage, for like 30 minutes, 30 seconds straight. And no move choice was doubled down on. It was all new stuff all the time.
Yeah, crazy,
like
crazy.
they were playing rock, paper, scissors, rotating like randomly.
Yes. Oh, nice little up head chain here from Armada.
So anyway, what I wanted to say originally, at that Apex where Javi had his insane run, he also played Leffen on his way there, and it was still best of 3. And Harvey won the first game pretty solidly. Second game, Leffen whooped him on Final Destination, and third game, Harvey won again. Yeah. So Leffen definitely loves the stage in Fox Ditto.
Yeah, he's definitely the FD king. Yeah. We saw him counterpick it there.
But then again, Armada has a very, very similar style to Leffen's.
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, he benefits from FD just as much as Leffen does, which is why we saw him, like Armada, take the game on FD, on Leffen's counterpick.
Because it's a Ditto, you know, it's definitely less bad to just go back to the stage you lost on, you know, because the stage can only have so much of an influence. But, you know, Leffen still decides to mix it up. These players, you know, obviously, they've played each other a million times, so there's definitely a lot of factors that they have going through their head, you know, we aren't necessary party to.
Ooh, Leffen caught Armada off guard big time there. This is going to be the stock, yeah. That back air out of Armada's double jump really was not what he expected. And another, yeah, you cannot reach there. If he rolls over there, it's so difficult.
Yeah, you have to full commit to just jumping on the platform, in which case you would not be able to cover any of the 3 other options, you know. And Armada, that's one of the calculations Armada makes, you know, this one's the hardest one to cover. It needs the most commitment, so I'm going to do it, because Leffen doesn't really want that. He wants to cover the easy ones, Yeah,
Leffen definitely not that kind of committal player, you know, in general. Yeah. He plays his cards, he plays his deck safe, like, most of the time you see him play.
Ooh. It looks like you got grabbed out of the shine grab there.
Ooh.
These players so smart.
Waiting for him not to take to go for the up smash. So smart on Leffen's part. Not overcommittal, right?
Yeah, exactly. Just wait and see. Great reactionary gameplay.
And it looks like Battlefield might be Leffen's best bet in the entirety of this matchup, like against Armada today, because he won the first game on Battlefield, right? And after that, Armada won the other 2 games. Oh no! They started on Dreamland.
I don't think Armada would let him come back here if he'd won there already.
That's true. Yeah, they started on Dreamland.
But, you know, the lead can evaporate as quickly as that. Armada just playing it safe, using the shield to try and get back some stage space. Pushing a little bit forwards and then getting his block up so he's safe from any moves. Wow,
this smashed the eye out of the drill into crouching for the down tilt. Amazing stuff by Leffen. Netting on the stock, Armada caught off guard for sure, because he thought the drill was safe at that point, you know?
So yeah, little lead here for Leffen. Ooh, he's really going to want to get this opening. He needs a big combo here, and that's the kind of thing that will allow him to take this to a game 5. Because, you know, Armada is 2-1 up in this set right now. If he manages to win this game somehow, that will be it.
One thing, by the way, we see more and more often, especially at low percent, is drill grab in Fox Dittos and in Fox vs Falco. It's going to be game 5. The drill grab definitely something that I think developed a lot over the course of the last couple of months. I saw in the most Fox Dittos, I saw people just going for drill grab, which they a lot of Fox opted to go for drill to shine to cover what the person wants to do out of shield. But now that everybody's perfect at shine out of shield, it just clangs. So you got to find something else, you know. And the grab can potentially outspace the shine, so you can grab right after the shine's hitbox.
Game 5 here now. Winners finals, Armada versus Leffen. The 2 gods of this tournament fighting off, and they have gone to game 5. It's been back and forth. And now we're going to finally see who will come out on top. Oh, not like that, Leffen.
First SD of the set, though.
Yes,
that must be a record for this tournament. And yeah, Armada will always go to that stage. I rarely, I don't recall any sets where he played Fox and didn't go to Pokemon Stadium, so I think Leffen knew what was coming. And apparently Armada makes great use of all the specific things that this stage has to offer in vanilla mode, because he's up 2 stocks after less than a minute.
Yeah. Big up air there from Leffen, but isn't able to close it out. And you know, we've seen a lot of matchups. We saw the Peach Sheiks, these sorts of things. The percent matters a whole lot. This matchup is way less honest, you know. Any kind of 0 to deaths, gimps, all of this stuff can happen, which means, you know, percentage isn't a lead, and even 1 stock often is not a lead. Even there's just comeback potential all over this matchup.
Definitely, yes. It's not an honest matchup at all.
Ooh, catches Leffen trying to come out of the tree.
Yeah, Armada having an easy time walling Leffen out because he has a literal wall in front of him, you know, while Leffen tries to get past that wall and still cover Armada's options, trying to keep him out. I don't know about Leffen, you know, still trying because he got hit 3 times with the back air. He's at 125% now. Any back air could potentially, you know, seal the fate of the stock, and now Armada's up 3 stocks to 1 because Leffen was a little bit too stubborn for his own good.
Yeah, we are at that stage of the tournament where I don't really like to try and question the decisions of these players, but when he jumps over the tree like that, I've got to wonder if maybe, you know, he's not quite thinking straight, or at least thinking and playing to the level that he is capable of when he's truly on point.
Definitely, yeah. Because for Armada, it was a safe bet to stay there and throw it back.
Exactly,
right?
you know, yeah. You're always going to do that. Any Fox will do the back airs there, you know.
So, yeah, now Leffen got himself into a situation where he would have potentially to do a 3-stock comeback, and he's on the best way to do so by taking off the first stock of Armada in quite the clean fashion. But he's on 39 on his last stock, potentially winner bracket stock against Armada. Armada on 2 stocks, sitting quite comfortably there, but as we said and established over the course of the entirety of the set, it is quite easy to get an early kill or a very, very good conversion out of any hit, so this is not over.
Yeah, it gets harder when you're getting comboed by Armada, though, for sure. He's keeping the pressure on Leffen. He wants to close this out. He doesn't want to extend it. He wants to seal the deal. Got him close to the edge, backed into the corner. But now Leffen finds his opportunity. He's going to need to make a lot of it. Is that no jump? Armada uses the side B to get back to the stage. Leffen does keep up the pressure, but the up smash will not kill.
He gets him with the tip of his toes on the up smash, but it was not quite enough. And Leffen grabs the ledge and gets the edge hog. Last stock situation, Leffen, you know, made the comic that we're talking about. But oh my god!
Not like that. Oh my lord. Was that a messed up? Just he's trying to refresh his mid-spin. He misses the input, and Armada jabs him right out of it, leading into a shine. And that is curtains, I'm sad to say, for Leffen in the winner's bracket.